Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Lady Mimi Wynn. Thanks for joining me today. Over the last few weeks, I've just been trying to survive in this world. Lately, though, my island has started feeling like something more. I'm beginning to imagine places along the river, quiet spaces that make this world really feel lived in and welcoming. You know, gathering places. I think it's finally time to begin preparing for what comes next. Last time, I returned to a nearby village, hoping to lock in a few librarian trades to help me in the future. And after a lot of persistence, I finally got some really good ones. Back on the island, I also started opening up the forest so I could see the land, the potential, and what this island might eventually become. And somewhere in the middle of it all, I was reminded that so many of the blessings and opportunities in our lives don't come from striving or trying to earn them. They simply come from God's goodness, faithfulness, and His undeserved favor. Today, I want to start preparing the island for the little community I've been imagining. I'm going to start with pathways and the beginnings of a few small buildings. I definitely don't have everything fully figured out. Yet, I'm learning that many times we simply need to put one foot in front of the other and take the next step and trust the Lord to guide us as we go. Okay, let's get started shaping the island. I like collecting resources that I can use for my current and future projects. So I'm gathering some of the ground cover here. In Minecraft, terraforming can be a tedious process depending on how big the project is. That said, I do really enjoy using my own creativity to shape the terrain. A lot of times, it's just filling in gaps where things are missing or not connected. Oh, yikes! That was too close. Interruptions or challenges aren't necessarily the end of progress. Sometimes we just need to take a beat to rest. Other times, we need to push forward. Honestly, God's timing isn't threatened at all by interruptions or delays, and He already knows them anyway. I think I should probably go inside now. Shall we continue? I'm creating pathways to the unknown here, people. I don't have it all figured out. I'm just holding on to my beautiful vision. God often reveals direction progressively instead of all at once. He doesn't give us the big picture. You know, we don't need the entire picture or plan before we take the next step. There's another word for that. It's called faith. Oh goodness, this is becoming a game of give and take. Or should I say take and give? I keep having to readjust by taking away from one place and adding to another. But you know what? Changing the plan doesn't mean my vision has failed. I'm adapting. And honestly, there's wisdom in adaptability. I noticed this little cove over here. I think I have something special I want to do here, but it's going to take a little bit of prep work. Oh, clay. I'll take some of that. Dealing with water can be so frustrating. It always causes delays. Seriously, my one son doesn't like it at all. Isn't it amazing how often hidden things show up once we start digging beneath the surface? Sometimes those exposed things need to be removed or dealt with. Wait, did I seriously just end that sentence with? Oh wow, I just realized it's nighttime. Minecraft days seriously last about 14 seconds when you're working. It's a beautiful new day, and I'm excited to start on my new project, a fisherman's hut. I already gathered my materials and have them in a chest down at the cove. Since arriving in this world, I've been thinking a lot about what I want it to be, how I want it to look, and most importantly, how I want it to feel. I've always wanted to create a storybook-style world, but I don't want the cutesiness that usually accompanies it. So, along with my favorite assistant, I've come up with a new style. Refined storybook. It layers elegance over top the charm of storybook. Not in a stuffy way, of course. That's totally not me. I think this is one of the things I enjoy most about Minecraft, bringing my creativity to life. It's so satisfying to have a vision for something and be able to see it come about, even if it's in blocky form. Ruh-roh, tiny mistake here. I really don't like heights. Why am I even afraid? It's just a video game. But I'm not gonna let that fear stop me from going on. So I put up a couple little safety nets. A second floor. And the dirt stairs. Did you know that courage isn't the absence of fear? It's actually acknowledging that fear and moving forward in spite of it. Oh, I just love the look of these sweet berries. It reminds me of Christmas. Of course, every fisherman's hut needs a dock. Let's make it a little homey in here with some flowers. And some soft lighting. Are you ready? Let's take a look. I absolutely love it. Just so beautiful how my vision came together. All right, let's just add a few finishing touches here. Whoops, forgot to add some barrels on the dock. As I was working on my island today, laying out pathways, preparing spaces, planning for the future, and building my first building, I kept thinking about a quote I once heard. Hope creates movement. I think that's true. When we begin to hope again, even quietly, something in us starts moving forward. Maybe not in giant leaps, maybe not the entire plan figured out, yet little by little, we begin taking the next step, simply by choosing to keep going. I think many times the Lord guides us that way, not always showing us the whole picture at once, but by gently leading us forward one faithful step at a time. So maybe the question is, where do you need to move forward in your life? Is there an area where fear, uncertainty, disappointment, or even perfectionism has kept you standing still? Maybe today is simply an invitation to trust the Lord enough to take the next step, even if it's a baby step. And honestly, baby steps still move us forward. Thank you so much for joining me on my adventure. If you were encouraged today, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to click that little bell to get notified when I post new content. Have a blessed day. Bye.